In my village, they have a word for a girl like me. Touched. They say it quietly, the way you name an illness you're afraid of catching. Touched by the wood. Touched by the other side. They have said it about me since before I could walk. I suppose I gave them reasons. Flowers open in the night where I've slept, even in the dead of winter. A bird with a broken wing goes still in my hands and then flies. And once, when I was small and frightened, I pressed my palms to the blacksmith's iron gate to steady myself. And where iron burns the Fae like fire, where it should have at least bitten cold into a normal girl, it simply warmed under my hands, like something greeting me. My mother is not my mother. Marin took me in as a foundling, wrapped in a blanket no loom in the veil ever wove. And she has loved me the way you love a thing the whole village wishes you'd put back. She taught me herbs and stitching and how to keep my eyes down, how to be small. I am very, very good at being small. But there is one night, every generation, when no amount of smallness will hide you. The night of the Tithe. Long before my grandmother's grandmother, the veil struck a bargain with what lives in the thornwood. We are left in peace, the wild things kept on their side of the veil. And in return, once a generation, the Fae come to collect a tithe. One soul, given freely, walked into the wood and never seen again. It has always been a daughter. It has always been someone the village could bear to lose. This year, the bell rang at dusk, and every family with a marriageable girl gathered in the square with their faces carefully blank, praying, all of them, that it would be someone else's daughter who didn't come home. They line us up on the cold stones, 12 of us in white. I am at the end, of course, the touched one, the one they'd give up without a single tear. Marin's hand finds mine in the dark and grips so hard it hurts, and I understand. She has always known this night would take me. And then the wood goes quiet. Not the quiet of nothing, the quiet of everything holding its breath. The torches gutter low, blue at the edges. A cold green scent rolls out of the trees, moss and starlight and something older than both. And the thornwood opens like a door. They come through it the way moonlight comes through water. The Fae. Beautiful in a way that hurts to look at, too still, too symmetrical, smiling with too many teeth. The village falls to its knees. I do not. I have never been able to make my knees do what they're told. And at the center of them, him. I have heard the name my whole life, whispered the way you whisper about weather that could kill you. The King of Thorns. I did not believe he would come himself. Kings send servants for tithes. Kings do not walk into mortal squares. He is tall and terribly still, and lovely as a blade you'd cut yourself on just to hold. Raven hair with a cold silver light moving through it, a crown of black thorns, and eyes, pale, pale silver, like the moment before frost. Ancient eyes, tired eyes, though I don't know yet how I know that. He looks at my village the way you'd look at livestock, and the village loves him for it, because his boredom means mercy, means quick, means soon over. He walks the line, slow. The girls tremble and weep and offer up their prettiest, most useless terror. He does not so much as slow for any of them. Until me. He stops in front of the touched girl at the end of the line. The nothing. The one even the Fae should not want. And those frost silver eyes settle on my face, and something in them flickers. Surprise. As if, of all the impossible things in all the worlds, the last one he expected to find tonight was me. "What is your name?" he says. It is not loud. It does not need to be. The whole square hears it like a bell. Behind me, Marin's voice cracks out. "She's simple, my lord. She's touched. She's no good to you," trying to save me the only way she knows how, by making me worthless. But I lift my chin. Because if this is the night I am finally given away, I will at least be given away as myself. "Wren," I tell the King of Thorns. "My name is Wren." And the strangest thing happens. He goes very still. Stiller than the unnatural stillness of all the rest of them. As if the name landed somewhere it wasn't supposed to reach. "Wren," he repeats, soft, like he's tasting it. Then, to the trembling elders without looking away from me, "This one, the tithe is paid." And oh, the relief that goes through the square. I feel it like a slap. Not one cry of grief. Not one. Mothers clutch their saved daughters. The elders bow and scrape their gratitude. They are glad. They are so glad it's me. Marin is weeping. For me, the only one. But even her hand has gone loose on mine, because you cannot fight the tithe, and we both know it. I press my forehead to hers. "It's all right," I tell her, though it is not. Someone was always going to be given. Better the girl nobody will miss. And underneath the fear, somewhere very deep, a small voice I have spent my whole life smothering says, "Finally, finally, something in this world has looked at you and not flinched." He extends his hand to me, long pale fingers, rings of dark silver. The crowd holds its breath. To take a Fae's hand is to cross over. To take the king's hand is to belong to him. I know this. Every child in the Vale knows this. But here is what they don't understand. All these people who decided so easily that I was the one to lose. I am not being dragged. I look at the warm, relieved faces of the only home I've ever had, the home that gave me up without a tear, and I decide that I would rather be wanted by a monster than unwanted by them. So I place my hand in the hand of the King of Thorns, and the iron charm at my wrist. Marin's charm, cold iron, the one thing every mortal wears to keep the Fae from taking too much, slips between our palms and presses flat against his skin. Iron burns the Fae. Iron is agony to them, the one weapon the old stories swear by. It should have hissed against him like a brand. He should have flinched, recoiled, dropped my hand. He does not. He looks down at our joined hands, at the iron lying against his immortal skin, doing nothing, doing nothing at all. And then those ancient frost-silver eyes lift to mine, and for the first time, the boredom is entirely gone, and what's underneath it is so much worse. It is recognition. He looks at me like a man who has just found something he buried a very long time ago. And in a voice gone low and strange, the King of Thorns says the words that will unmake my whole life. There you are.